The Sukhoi Su-75 Checkmate fighter jet was presented to the world with grand fanfare at the Mach 2021 air show. Russian President Vladimir Putin was in attendance as this new light tactical aircraft was unveiled. The jet was pitched as an affordable, stealthy, and versatile single-engine fighter designed to compete directly with American aircraft like F-35 Lightning. However, since that dramatic debut, the Checkmate has existed more as concept and political statement than as a tangible, airworthy weapon. The story of this fighter is not of a sky-dominating machine, but rather a cautionary tale of a project that has been grown by political and economic reality before it could ever take flight. It's a story of a system that has, in effect, been checkmate before the game even began. To understand the Su-75, one must first look at its troubled predecessor, the Sukhoi Su-57. The Su-57, known by its NATO reporting name Felon, was Russia's first military fighter jet to be designed with stealth technology. It was a twin-engine, multi-role fighter meant to be the core of a new generation of Russian air power. The Checkmate was created as a direct response to the Felon shortcomings, aiming to be a lighter, more affordable, and more export-friendly alternative. To save money and time, the Checkmate was designed to share many components and its cockpit layout with the Su-57. This approach, however, has created a situation where the Su-75 inherits not only parts but also the deep-seated problems of its predecessor. The Felon's low production rate and export failures show a larger systematic problem in Russia's defense industry: the inability to move from a working prototype to a mass-produced operational system. The Checkmate's reliance on its troubled older brother means that its future is tied to the same industrial issues that have held back its forebear. The story of the Checkmate's rise is thus undermined by the history of the project from which it emerged. The only hard information about the Su-75 abilities comes from its marketing brochure from Sukhoi 2024 airshow. These are not confirmed performance numbers from a real aircraft, but a list of promises on a screen. The brochure states a max takeoff weight of 26,000 kg and a combat load of 6,000 to 7,400 kg. It claims a practical flight range of 2,900 km and a maximum speed of Mach 1.8 with AL-41 engine, and in the future it can reach Mach 2 with easily 35th generation engine. The brochure also claims that jet can track up to 30 targets at once and engage up to 6 of them at the same time. These numbers, while impressive on paper, represent aspiration rather than confirmed operational capabilities. The brochure represents these features in direct comparison to rivals. For instance, Sukhoi's marketing materials claim that the Checkmate's top speed of Mach 1.8 would make it faster than the F-35, which reportedly reached Mach 1.6. This comparison highlights the key difference between the two systems. The F-35's performance is well known and has been tested in countless hours of real-world flight. The Checkmate's numbers are from a presentation and have no real-world proof. One of the main selling points of the Checkmate was its promised low price. Rostec, the jet's manufacturer, claims a cost of only 30 million to 35 million per unit. This feature was meant to make the jet an affordable alternative to more expensive Western aircraft such as the F-35, which costs over 80 million. The goal was to produce 300 of these aircraft over 15 years, targeting a broad international customer base in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. However, the idea of an affordable fighter is built on a foundation of sand. A low price tag is only meaningful if the product can be manufactured in large numbers. Russia's defense industry has been crippled by international sanctions. These sanctions have made it extremely difficult for the country to import key high-tech components such as semiconductors, and advanced machining equipment, which are essential for building a modern fighter jet. Because of this, the ambitious goal of mass production seems completely out of reach. The Checkmate low price is a paper tiger, a high-tech idea that Russia cannot afford to build at a large scale. The jet's supposed affordability is not a genuine feature but a cover for the deep industrial and economic weaknesses that prevent it from being made in the first place. Perhaps the most damning criticism of the Checkmate is its complete lack of combat record. This is not because it's performed poorly, but because it has never flown in a real-world setting. The jet has not even had its maiden flight. Its first flight was originally scheduled for 2023, but this date was pushed back to 2024 and then again 2025. Initial deliveries, once hoped for in 2026, 2027, are also now in question. These constant delays are not in simple technical setbacks. They are direct results of Russia's current geopolitical situation. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has consumed the country's attention, its military resources, and its industrial capacity. The international sanctions, which have been blocked access to critical components, have forced designers to make change to the jet's plans. A potential customer looking to buy a modern fighter jet wants a stable and reliable supply chain for parts and future upgrades. The Checkmate offers the opposite. A project mired in delays, with an uncertain future and no proven track record. Its lack of flight history is its most significant vulnerability, making it an unproven liability on the world stage. The Su-75 was designed first and foremost as an export aircraft. Russia's goal was to sell 300 of the jets countries around the world, naming Argentina, India, Vietnam, Iran, and various African nations as key potential buyers. But we know that today Argentina already bought several F-16s from Denmark, and India is going to buy 114 units of Dassault Rafales, and also Vietnam looking to buy F-16V. However, despite this ambitious target, there are currently no confirmed orders for the Checkmate. Key potential partners have walked away. The United Arab Emirates, for example, was an early funder of the program, but has since decided to pursue the Korean KF-21 Kurame instead. And India, another potential partner, has also shown little to no interest. The Checkmate's most critical technical weakness lies not in its physical design, but in its core systems, its brains. The marketing brochure claims the jet equipped with sophisticated active electronic scan array radar that can track up to 30 targets and engage up to 6 at once. It means that Checkmate existing radar system is well-known. Zhuk AE is a radar for Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-35 fighter jet from 2010s. Because Zhuk AE radar is the only Russian ESA radar that can be fitted into Su-75's radar at the moment. Hence, Su-75 can detect enemy fighter jet with 5 square meter RCS from 160 km. Pretty bad result for affordable 5th generation fighter jet. While Pakistan's lightweight JF-17 fighter jet flies with Chinese KLJ-A ESA radar that can detect similar target from 170 kilometers. Yeah, Su-75 radar systems is much worse than the most cheapest 4th generation fighter jet, and it seems to be a very cheap joke. So, to be honest, the project as it stands today is not a true military threat. It's a strategic statement meant to show that Russia can still compete with the West in advanced military technology. But in the end, the Sukhoi 75 has not been checkmated by a rival aircraft. It has been checkmated by Russia's own economic and industrial limitations, which have been exposed and made worse by recent events. The game was over before it ever had a chance to begin. So, that's all.